G'day. Welcome to the Field of Streams, where every week I, your host, Janeen McCrae, read a short piece of my writing to you so that you don't have to. Isn't that special? Now, as I say at the start of every episode, I can't promise you much, but I can promise you this. I won't keep you long. Today's piece was inspired in that stumble upon kind of way. Wow, now I'm flashing back to that site, Stumble Upon. Does that still exist? Or did I dream that? Was it just called Stumble? Ah, the glory days of the internet. Sorry, that's a real tangent there. What I'm trying to say is that I was inspired to write today's piece because I stumbled upon a story, or more precisely a video, about the Japanese art of Gyotaku, which translates to fish print, and which I am probably mispronouncing, as is my way. Gyotaku. You know the trope of how people lie about how big the fish was that they caught? Well, Japanese fishermen used Gyotaku as a way to record the size and scale of the fish they caught the minute they caught the fish, right there on the boat. They'd lay it down, ink up one side, and press rice paper to it to make the print. Then it became, let's say, art. And now it's super cool. You could either throw the fish back afterwards, by the way, or eat it, since the ink is typically edible ink, like cuttlefish ink. I mean, that's the 50,000-foot view of Gyotaku and the history of it and what it is today. And I put some links to some videos on how to actually do this printing technique in the post that I wrote. So if you go to the description, you can go check that out. Go make some fish prints, some Gyotaku. So how did fish printing inspire this post? Well, the whole using paper to take an imprint of someone's actual form got me thinking about impressions, or the impressions we make on each other. What sort of impression do I want to make on you? How can you get the full picture, the scale, the shape of me? Welcome to the art of human Gyotaku. It also inspired the structure of the piece, I guess, because it starts with the laying down of and the spreading out of the limbs and such. Then it takes on the inking, then the printing, and then the regarding of the artwork, the putting on the wall, the final impression. Anyway, enough of this waffle. Let's get to the reading. Sit back, relax, and allow me to read to you a piece of my writing called Catch of the Day. Lay me down, loose and lazy, lay me down upon this slab, upon this butcher's block, this pliant plank of ring and grain and knot. Position me with head due north, heart heavy in the cage. Watch me, watch me, watch me. Lay me down. Lay me down in your ship's galley to be tabled in your mind. Thud of my thud, shimmering and glimmering in syncopated rhythm beside your favourite pots and pans. Swinging starboard, swinging port, swinging land-ho, and I go. Scaled beyond the swell, the churn, and the froth of feverish waves, on this boat, on this island, on this sea, and in this world. In the shiver of my timbers within the focus of your eye, diesel blood and fish-boned, or plasma bright and wish-boned, lay me down. I have written you this poem. I have composed for you this song. Behold this 12-foot swell, avast this tide of mine, and I flop, and I land, and I am, and you will. Now, strip from me all artifice, the wrinkles of my sweater, the slogans of my shirt, the bootlace of my shoes and socks and belt, my cloak and dagger and mask and cloth, all gone to bear, to true. Preserve me in the salt. You. Documentarian of my work, cartographer of my words, ink me in this vessel, upon this table, in this galley. O fisher you of my fisher world, heavy trawler of my prose, spread my fins and fingers, my limbs and nails and nose, pose me in my splash, my frolic, mid-jump and pinned. Mouth gawping, eyes unblinking. Witness me. Here is truth, the ink of it. In this impression there is no claim to be more than I am, to give more than I can provide. My size, my shape, the exact proportions of my worth absorbed hungrily in the pores of your rolling papers. In this, the record will show the catch of the day, the one that didn't get away, the one that did not shuck the line and run to deeper waters. The print is the imprint, and within the ink and dull-eyed void, my intent cannot be altered, my shape cannot be changed. I am caught, lay me down. O sweet angler, my temporary wrangler, ink me now. Ink me in this boat, in this wine dark of the sea, with quilled stroke of speak ink, yell ink, do tell, and you don't say ink, that old cuttlefish took back black. Trace the fervour of my works, seek the truths and messages and trapdoors of my form. Who am I? What do I say to thee? Ink my lips and limbs and eyelids and the hard bones at my collar. Each line begins a sentence, and we will follow to the dark, laying down story and verse with each brush of your hand. The patchwork of my skin, the slugs of my scars, the log lines of these imperfections perfectly knuckled and scaled and rough at the edges. Dab at me, at crevice and crag, find hidden definitions wrinkled and worn, the lies, the truths, the errant and the fleeting. Bristle to the brow, filling in my shape. Black it out. From the darkness becomes light. I am ready. In this void of light, I will bleed into the fabric, feeling the press of it as I stretch into the frame. Stillness in the galley, breath held within this room, the paper floats down to press upon my story. In this moment, the impression is made. Transparent skin, it spreads and seeps into the fabric of your brain. Thin and delicate, I imprint upon your consciousness. Press left and right, stick and stuck. The print slots a memory bone into a new skeleton. Will you be my Quint, my mighty mariner of memory, the keeper of my sea? We are both the tattooist and the tattooed. With firm pressure at the fingertips, tap this paper to crease and freckle, to bump and hairline. Remember me in this ink of time. Hang me up to dry, paint in one eye, then two, and see what I've seen. Reveal the scale of my dreams. See them through me. See me through them. Tell tales of me in darkened rooms as you sway and squint and still. I aim to be spoken of and spoken by, so speak of me, my Quint, as the creature and the creached upon, as the work and the worker, as this impressed upon your memory until eternity's credits roll. Entered in the log, authenticated and authentic, me or my work, remember me. But the body laid down, what of the body once the impression is made? Pick me up, throw me back, or eat me for your dinner. Do what you will, what you must. Spoiler alert, Quint got et. Consume me and I may consume you. We make meals of each other. 'Tis the glory of art. And life, for that matter. This is our existence as chum of the sea, as story bait for our shared histories. Our boats rock steady in the darkness of mysterious waters. Shooting stars above, unknown below. Is it danger? Is it glory? Is it a thing that will change you, eat you, reveal to you who you are, who you will become? Am I the ocean? Am I the boat? Am I the shark or the sky? Or am I just a fish in your galley on this slab, waiting to make an impression? Press firmly. The shark is more than the fin above the water. Bring it to the surface and get the full picture, the imprint, the story. The quiet town, the still air, the laying on the table. Poor Quint, I'm sorry. Quint remembered those sharks in the theatre of terror as part of a horror that impressed upon him the screams of men, the bobbing corks of bodies, and the vivid blood of man. Not all stories are pleasant stories, but it's the witness that embeds the meaning, the one who sees who you are and absorbs what you seek to share. It is found in the logging of experience, the measuring the scale of, the shape of, the tone of. We swim, we drown, we gasp for air. We rip each other to pieces in vast oceans. We search for schools in our shimmer and patrol. Yearn for the catch and release, knowing the release can be both actual and spiritual. Catch me, ink me, throw me back, or devour. We can only keep swimming as ourselves, as sharks or squid or crab or snapper, hoping to be jagged and inked and hung on the wall of some chowder house in some seaside town, our shape outlined, our memory caught in a glimmer, our story told in the dark. Remember me, my quint, my memory sailor, as I come cruising by. Your Gyotaku, your fish print. Hook, line, sinker. Lay me down. And there you have it, today's episode. As an aside, I also put a link to Quint's monologue from Jaws in the post. It's gold, and in the description. Now, if you want to say something about today's episode, even if it's just to say hello, you can email me at noodle@jumpinthestream.com. Remember, I share these thought dreams just to demonstrate that inspiration can come from anywhere, so why not make something from that inspiration? If for no other reason than it's good practice. But for now, I'll leave you with this. Love what you love, and I'll see you out there making stuff.